Okay, good morning everyone. We just arrived to work. It's another beautiful day for working on old cars. We got them lined up all over the place. And which one would you think that I would gravitate to the most? Of course, it's the old Beetle. Why? Why am I gravitating? Let's pull this thing out, shall we? I've got it in its special little hidey spot. Pulling it out, rolling it out. Let's see if it'll start. Did some work to it. I'm gonna pump the pedal here a little bit, like a lot. Stella, you like Beetles? You want to go to sleep in the Beetle? Sniffing for rats, Stella? Okay, we got the accelerator pump pumped. I have to go in through the side door because the driver's door handle doesn't work. And I gotta hook up the battery, which is in the back here. And I'm hoping it'll fire up, like, easily. Here we go. Oh, it's trying. I gotta get some more pumps. I don't think the accelerator pump is working. What do you think, Stella? Think it's gonna start? I don't think the accelerator pump works at all, but it might. This is a cold start. First time I haven't used starting fluid on it. Come on, baby. There we go. Come on. No. Why won't you start? Let's try this again. Either there's no gas in there, shows full filter, maybe I'm not pumping it enough, getting caught on the spark plug wires. I'm really pumping it now. I can see the accelerator pump working, like trying to, or maybe it's flooded. Let's put it there. Okay, now let's try. It's gonna go. Normally I would give it some gas, the gas pedal, but the gas pedal ceased. Here we go. Really looks like it's going to fall off. There we are. All right, good morning, two-stroke turbo fans. Here before me, you see my old rusty dung Beetle, and we got it running pretty good. Just started it up cold. Seems to have clicked down on the idle. It's a cold 40-degree morning, and if you guys remember when I got this car, it had a bunch of dents. That's the topic of today's video, is removing dents. There was a huge dent right here and a huge dent on the roof. I just took the liberty of using my palm like that, and I popped out both the trunk lid dent and the roof dent. Somebody was commenting about how bad that was going to be. So it actually came out pretty good. There's still a little swale there, but you can see where the water had pooled forever. It's going to die. Let me rev this thing up a little bit. Still got like a bad spark plug or something. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with this thing, but it's running a lot better. I changed the oil, changed the fuel, new fuel pump. It's doing pretty good. A couple spark plug wires, you can see, a couple of spark plugs, but I think it needs more tuning. Probably new spark plug wires and new plugs really helps out a lot. Anyhow, back to the dents. So I think a kid danced on this car. I think he jumped here and then onto the roof. So I was able to pop this out just by using my palm. And same thing with the roof. Palmed it out. I had to take down the nasty old headliner, and I just got in there with my hand and popped it out. There was also a big dent here on the front trunk, right about here, and I used a rubber mallet to pop that out. So we're good on dents on this car. Let me show you on the next car what we're going to do for dents. You're really going to like this. What do we got there, Stella? You got your ball? Oh boy, there she goes. Okay, you'll notice we have a couple of balls. What are we going to do with these? What do you think we're going to do with these? Let's roll these into the shop, shall we? You know what they say, folks, keep your eye on the ball. Let's go on in the shop here for a second. We're talking about dents. We've got a 1994 Honda Accord here up on the lift, and the customer really likes this car. It's older and it's served its purpose. It's got a lot of miles on it and it's near the end of its life. However, we live in a very, how do I say it? The city is undergoing some challenges. So she was involved in a hit and run. Somebody crunched her fender here. Kind of bad. That's a pretty good sized dent if you look at that compared to where the door is. Luckily the door didn't get hit, but this fender is pretty crunched and it should probably be replaced. But if we find a replacement fender, it's going to be blue, red, gold, green, some other color, black maybe. I thought it would be fun to try a little experiment. We're going to take our bike pump with a ball inflator and find a ball. This happens to be Stella's favorite ball, but it's got a hole in it, I think. It's when my kids abandoned it. And we're going to take off the inner fender liner and see if we can get a ball up in there and get that to pop. I think that might work pretty well. If I try to use any type of a, like my fist or a pry bar, I'm going to poke a dent from the inside out. And I want a nice smooth pop. This is our body line where the fender rolls from horizontal to vertical, and that's a really hard thing to get to pop out. So I think if I remove this black plastic fender liner, maybe get the wheel off, get a deflated ball in there and start to pump, I might be able to pop this back, or at least make it look better than it is. Granted, there's some other blemishes and issues here. We can work with that, but her main concern is a dent. It really bothers her. And being on the driver's side door, whenever you get into the car, it's hard to have pride in your ride when you see a big old dent here. So let's see what we can do. We've got an assortment of balls here and a bike pump. Let's take that fender liner out and get to work. Okay, so I purposely put the inflator in here and stepped on this basketball to try to deflate it the best I can, because I am going to shove it into my Honda here. I got the inner fender liner all out, and I'm going to shove it up in this cavity right about here and see if I can pop that dent out. Never done this before. Try to get that up in there. I got to have the valve pushing out so I can inflate it and then hook up my bike pump. Like that. Think that's going to work? I don't know. So we've got our ball in our fender. I've got it shoved in there the best I can. I think it's about right here. Might have to make a couple of attempts because I can't get the ball far enough. So let's just start pumping. You can hear the ball inflating. What's going to happen here? Oh, it's just kind of pushing out. Let me try it again. So I re-deflated the ball and I got it up in there better. So I think the ball is about up in here now, and I'm going to just keep pumping on it and see what happens. Can you hear it? Oh, scared me. Popped the... Wow, it's making a lot of cracking. Look at that. This is a lot better. I got to get this out right here. Oh, is that cracking and popping? How much pressure we got? 20 pounds? Wow. Ooh. So Now we've got another, you can see the ball in there. So now the fender is proud of the door. I need to get this part right here out. This is working. I probably shouldn't do it in one. I need to get a hammer in here. Okay, how do we deflate this now? Is there a button? Oh boy, I'm just gonna do this. Oh great, now we got the ball stuck in there. Oh great. That actually worked pretty darn well. It smoothly popped the dent out. There's a little bit down in here I got to get, and this, but I got this line really well. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, so I got the ball deflating. I still have a little wow here and a wow near the door, but what a difference. That made a big difference. It's my new go-to. Okay, I got the ball out. Still got some work to do. I got my light on so you can see there's a low spot here. Looks like the crease kind of went like that. This I can buff off. A little bit of a dent there. We got something we can work with now. That looks, I think it looks better. This bothers me. So I need to get in there with something like this, like a rubber handle, and get behind that and pop that out. Don't know if that'll come. All right, I'm gonna work on this for a little bit. Oh, there it goes. I almost got it. You can see it popping. You just gotta find the right spot. Okay, so we brought out the Makita buffer and some 105 Meguiar's cutting compound, and we got something that looks like a fender. If you look in the light, it's got some dents. I'll never be able to repair that unless I touch it up, because that's where the dent was. But if you look along the side of the car, it looks dented. I got to keep working on it. I got the door to fender gap good. That's nice and flush. This gap is good. Got the fender polished of all its impurities and scratches. Let's see if we can get a, I don't have a lot of room to get back here. I mean, it's passable just like that. She would probably be happy with that. So I'm going to keep working on it. But just think what you can do with a basketball. It's fantastic. Now we got to work on all this ugly stuff. I don't know, but I think that's the least of our fenders. This bothered her the worst, so I'll keep working on it. It's shined up pretty good. I didn't think this car even had clear coat on it. It does. Now this is going to be all shiny, and the rest of the car is going to be very, very dull. But for a, what, 30-year-old car, it looks much better, and the rust issues aren't going to go away, as well as a peeling clear coat on the bumper in the back, and also this scratch. I might be able to take that out. I think I can buff that out. We can make this car look good. We can make it look better than when it came in, and that's the whole point, is to make the customer happy. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next video.